morning, everybody. I am so excited for some things happening this weekend, and I wanted to tell you about it. So let's see who's watching this morning, and I'll let you know what's going on. Hopefully you're having a great day. It's a beautiful Friday morning. I got up early and started doing some work, and now I ran out to feed the horses, but I just wanted to tell you what's going on this weekend. So once you, oh, Chad Begay from Tucson, and John the Beagle Dad. He's always good to hop on here, guys. Go check him out. So the new puppy may be tomorrow. I'm visiting him. Oh, that's so cool, John. So cool. So John's getting a new puppy. I would guess, I'll bet I could guess what breed he's getting. I'll bet it's a beagle. That was a silly guess. Good morning from Florida. Thank you, Sherry. Hello. He's a lemon beagle. That's interesting. Joy says hi, and Kate says hi from Florida, and Stardust from Ohio, and Appalachian Goat Farmer. Good morning in West Virginia. Carol Miller says hello. So guys, thanks for hopping on this morning. Hit that like button. I'm out here by the freeway. Actually, you can see semi trucks go. Well, I'm not right by the freeway. I'm by the frontage road, so don't worry, I'm in a safe spot. But I'm between the freeway and the railroad track, and so I came down here to feed Lex and Peppy. I'll show you them here in just a minute. Wow, Krista Erdman's on. Good morning, Krista. Hope you're doing well. So hit that like button. When I get 50 likes, I'll tell you what exciting thing I get to do this weekend. Which, by the way, I get to do this fun, exciting thing with my son Blake, and that brings me to another exciting announcement. Blake's channel, Blake and Jocelyn have a channel called Cowboy and the Lady, and most of you probably have already subscribed, but as soon as this live is over, we're gonna make their video go live, so you can go straight from this to Cowboy and the Lady. Go watch that video. And Blake is a natural. Honestly, he's a lot funner to watch than me, but please don't stop watching me too. And when I say me, it's Vicki and I. Vicki does all the work behind the scenes, and I want to get her in front of the screen more often. I think you guys would enjoy that, and I enjoy being with her. So so there you have it, guys. Good morning. When we get 50 likes, I will tell you what Blake and I get to do this weekend. But like I said, right after this is over, go to Cowboy and the Lady. Terry Martins from Massachusetts. Terry, you have been so kind and done so much to help us out and to help Blake out, and we cannot thank you enough. Also, I hope they're watching. If not, maybe they'll watch after the fact. But we got a check in the mail yesterday to buy 30 bales of hay, and I cannot tell you how grateful I was. Hay is pricey. It's about $14.50 a bale right now if I buy it in bulk. If you buy it in the feed store one at a time, it's still like $18, I think. But $14.50 per bale. I'm going through 2 of those a day most of the time, unless I have them all out on pasture. So I try to keep them on pasture when the pastures are dry from irrigation, so that cuts down on what I have to spend. But anyway, TJ and Sylvia, thank you. I cannot say it enough. Okay, Sherry says there's 69. That's interesting. Just a sec. I've gotten used to it. Just Alan and Vicki mostly. Let's see. Why would I stop watching you? Thank you. Diana says hi from UK. First time I've caught you live from the beginning. Awesome. Tracy from the Netherlands. Sherry says to hit that like button. Diane says, good morning, how's the mini mule? Oh, I should, I'll probably make a whole video about the name we're gonna call him, because there was a lot of name ideas yesterday. Okay, on my end, I'm showing there's 78 people watching and only 37 likes. So once I get to the 50 likes, I'll tell you what Blake and I get to do tomorrow. So there you go. Hit that like button, hit the thumbs up button, and I want to tell you what Blake and I get to do. Blake has been super busy, either working or spending time with Jocelyn, and I haven't had a lot of time just to be with my son, and yet tomorrow we get all day to go do something together, and I'm going to tell you about that after 8 more likes. We're at 42 likes right now. But go watch Blake's channel right after this, Cowboy and the Lady. I thought my lady may hop on from the house, and so hopefully we see her comments coming in. I always love when Vicki's either with me in person or just on a live from the house. It's always awesome to be connected to Vicki in any way I can, which is awesome. So hit that like button. Trying to think what else I wanted to tell you guys. So I did decide on a name for the little mule, the mini mule, thanks to so many of your comments and suggestions, and we will announce that soon. What else? Blake's channel, the mini mule. There was something else I wanted to tell you guys about. That's all I can think of right now. But watch to the end of Blake's video. He has it's a long video, but it's entertaining, and Blake's got some exciting stuff to announce. And the horse that I've been calling Chevlin, that gray filly that I kept around until Blake got home, she's got a big part in this. So, okay, great question. When's Vicki gonna do another yummy meal for us? That is something we all are looking forward to. She's just been busy helping our channel and now Blake's channel to keep videos edited and up. So she always puts herself last. She's amazing, but that's how you moms are. 4 more likes and I'll tell you what I get to do with Blake tomorrow. So if you're on right now, hit that thumbs up button, and I'll tell you where Blake and I are headed tomorrow. I'm super excited about it. Let me see if I can turn this around real quick. So here's Lex out here in the field. I just brought some hay down to her. This is what I call the native pasture, but I love having horses out here just because even though I bring them hay, they have to learn to walk around the trees and the stickers and the cactus, and they have the freeway on one side and the railroad on the other. Oh, guys, we have enough for me to announce what we're doing. And this is a good horse to rest on while I make this announcement. Peppy, this beautiful mare, came from Martin's Court Horses in Bayfield, Colorado. And Martin's had leased my Stallion 66 for the past 2 years. That's where Smokey Joe came from. That's where Amory, my cousin's colt, she calls Pepsi, came from, and a bunch of beautiful offspring of 66. Well, that lease came up, and they were done with that. And even though they said it was a huge blessing, as far as they said they could have sold 20 more colts a year by 66. But the lease was over, and so instead of renewing that, they had a young stallion they thought they would try out. And my friend Kenneth Black from Black Diamond Ranch in Blanding, Utah, reached out, and he wanted to lease 66 for 2 years. And some of you may wonder, why do you lease your stallion? Why not just keep him around? Well, that's a good question, but I only have these 2 registered mares right now. that I just showed you. Right there, Lex and Peppy that I'm breeding. Chipper is too old now, and I'm gonna go sit in the truck real quick. Maybe a little quieter when these semis go by. But Chipper's too old. I've decided to retire her. My brother Levi's like, Alan, you could get one more baby out of her. I'm like, well, I could, but the last 2 times she's been pregnant, she has colicked right at the end of pregnancy and really scared me. And I don't want to lose Chipper. She's our best kids horse, and she's in good health, but pregnancy's hard on her as she's gotten older. And so I only have 2 mares. So by leasing out my stallion to a ranch that has multiple mares, it exposes my stallion to a lot more. And Ty, Alan, have you gone to McDonald's when with Blake to do your routine? Hey, that's so funny. On our next video, I think we're gonna address that, Ty, the McAllen sandwich that McDonald's has. They stole my idea, and I saw them advertising it. They didn't give me any credit, but they're like, hey, McDonald's hack. And and they were showing, there was like this reel or something about the McDonald's hack, putting a hash brown in your sandwich. And anyway, yep, they stole my idea. So but didn't give me any credit, didn't send me some McDonald's coupons. I think they should, but anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I do that very well. Just a sec. Do you see the train going out there? So, do you see why it's so good for these horses to have the freeway on one side, the train on the other? And it's just a great way to desensitize horses, I'll tell you that. But 66 is up at Black Diamond Ranch in Blanding, Utah. And my friend Kenneth Black, who owns that ranch, he and some buddies put on a production sale each year that they actually sell their colts and some trained horses. And Blake and I may actually buy something, not for me. My friend is interested in a few of the horses and said, hey, Alan, are you going? I said, yeah, I am. He said, I'll tell you what, take a trailer, and if the price is right and I can get some of these, then could you bring them home? And so I may be bidding for my friend. So that will be really fun. So that's the exciting announcement for me, is that I get to hang out with my son all day tomorrow. And Vicki is so sweet. She could have gone with us. Actually, I just had a epiphany. Vicki was gonna be out of town tomorrow. There's a chance that plans have changed. So I may talk her into going with us. Sorry, I just thought of that idea. That would be super fun. As much as I'd love to spend a day with Blake, to spend it with Blake and Vicki would make it even better. So, okay. Cindy says the train will pass her in about 45 minutes. She's in Gallup. I'm in Gallup, and work is on the Route 66. Cindy, that's cool. I go to Gallup often. Do I have any other Gallup fans on here? Or by calling you fans, that sounds arrogant. You're not a fan, you're just a friend. All right, Victoria said, hello, it's been a while since I caught you. This one was on my recommended list. Awesome. Ty says, morning, Char. Oh, Ty's talking back and forth with Char. That's awesome. Anyway, a lot going on. So Ty, maybe we'll get that McAllen sandwich tomorrow, even though they don't call it that, and they haven't given us any credit. So, so there you have it, guys. As soon as I get off, I'll make sure that Blake's video goes live, not live, public, so you can go watch him and watch to the end. It includes the horse I've been calling Chevlin, and there's some exciting stuff in the works, guys. super exciting, and I can't wait for you to be part of it. So tomorrow I will video at the San Juan Ranch Horse Sale. You could actually look them up on Facebook. They don't do YouTube, I don't think. And they're not doing any online bidding, but I understand you can call in a bid. So anyway, if you're interested. But the cool thing to me is I get to see some of the babies being sold this year that are siblings to 66's babies next year, if that makes sense. So the mares that have some babies in this auction are now being exposed to 66. So next year it'll be their babies. Don't worry, those of you that think every auction could be a killer auction, a killer buyer auction, that's not the case. Auctions like this, a production sale, where people go to buy a really nice colt from a ranch or a well-bred and well-trained horse to make their next rope horse or barrel horse. That's not where killer buyers buy horses. These horses will go for way more than what meat prices would be, so if that makes sense. So killer buyers are looking for injured or older horses that they can get for a price cheap enough to be able to make money on the meat, and that's a controversial topic for some. I don't want to go there today, but I actually think there might be, I mean, if you get an injured horse that's in a lot of pain, then you can put it down, or it's I gotta be careful because people are gonna think, Alan, I cannot believe you're saying this stuff, but by having a way for that horse's meat to benefit dogs or other humans, that still gives them value. Otherwise they're of no value, and oftentimes they're just let go in the forest. They're starved to death in someone's backyard. Someone can't afford to have a vet come over, so they just neglect them or let them go, and that causes all kinds of problems. A lot of the wild horses in the US right now are not literally wild horses. They're just feral horses that have been let go, and now they're overpopulating, and it's a huge problem. So again, that could get controversial. You may not like what you're hearing me say. I just think we've got to look at the whole picture and realize that not every auction is an evil, terrible place. Auctions serve a purpose to help. Like Ombre, as bad as people were like, oh, that person should go to jail for neglecting Ombre. Well, I don't even know who the person was. I went to an auction, I saw a need, I picked up a horse that was almost to die, I brought it home, we brought it back to life. So had that person not taken it to the auction, Ombre would have died. So you can see the auctions aren't as horrible as people say they are. It's just like anything, there's good and bad, and there's a reason for things. But well, guys, thanks. Hope I haven't offended you. I didn't mean to go on that rant, but oh, Vicki got on. I was hoping she'd get on. Vicki, I've been telling everybody how amazing you are, and that I hoped you'd get on. I told everybody that Blake's video will go public right after we get off, which I was about to sign off. I love you too, babe. It's kind of nice that I can be down here feeding horses, flirting with my wife on a live video. So Krista is saying hello to Vicki. Look at this. See, everyone's all excited now that Vicki's on. I don't blame you. So there you go. Vicki's sending the link to Cowboy and the Lady. Vicki, is that his video that's coming up today? I assume it probably is, but if they click on it now, is it already public, or should they wait till right after to Those are all questions I have no clue. All right, so Blake and I, Vicki, you got on late, but I was just telling him how excited I was to go with Blake to the auction tomorrow, but all of a sudden I had an epiphany. If your plans have changed for tomorrow, maybe you could jump in with Blake and I. Just a thought. Be kind of fun for all of us, for both of us to spend some time with Blake tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow evening, so it'll be a quick trip, and so there you go. Well, guys, have a great day. San Juan Ranch Horse Sale. Check it out. Google it. And next year, I will be there watching 66 babies and how well they sell. And I'll probably be tempted to buy one myself. So, just kidding, Vicki. Well, no, I'm not kidding about being tempted, but I won't buy one. But my lease, this is what I get paid. I get to have my pick of the babies each year. So I will get a 66 baby from Black Diamond Ranch in Blanding, Utah next year. So that's another reason I'm excited to go see the babies this year, because I can see which mom produced which baby and how nice they are, and then be like, wow, that mom crossed with 66 is going to produce an awesome offspring. So that's kind of how I'm thinking. Guys, have a great day. I've got to finish chores and get to work. Like I say, I worked on some work stuff for my employment early this morning on the computer. Then I came out and did chores, but I got to get to work. But I wanted to tell you about that exciting stuff. So go watch Blake's channel. Vicki, someone asked when your next video will be up, and I told them you're always so selfless that you help our channel and Blake's channel. But we're all looking forward to your next one too. Are you kidding? Live Free or Die just sent us 20 bucks. Thanks for saving the mini donkey. Wow, thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you restore his health like you did Ombre. Live Free or Die. Thank you so much. They just sent a $20 super chat. That little donkey, I'm not going to announce his name yet. I said this earlier on the live, but you may not have been on. But we got so many name suggestions. He is kind of cool and cute and ugly all at the same time. But I am so excited that he's now gilded. He has been dewormed. His hair is slicking off and he's looking better. This is all in a week and a half that this is transformations happen. His hooves have been trimmed. They're far from where they need to be and will hopefully be at some point. So whoever gets him is going to have to be aware that he's going to need consistent hoof care. And but until he leaves us, we'll just keep working on him. And Live Free or Die, that helps a lot, because the castration cost us money. I bought the mule. I've castrated the mule. I've dewormed the mule. He's eating feed. I had the farrier help with the hooves. So as you can see, it all adds up. It's kind of crazy, but well, have a great day, guys. And thanks again, Live Free or Die, for that super chat. That was super nice of you. Okay, Margaret said, I would think that you would not want to see a horse in pain hauled to a slaughterhouse. Now, I'm not saying I want horses to go to slaughterhouses. I'm just saying I've lived in a country that the humans ate horse meat, and I've probably eaten horse meat. I didn't order it on a menu, but as I lived with families, I'm sure I ate horse meat. And so sometimes I think that, I don't know, I'll probably word it wrong, so I don't want to say anything I shouldn't. I definitely do not want horses on trucks headed to slaughterhouses being abused and hurt. And I think there needs to be humane treatment of animals always. I think you've seen that in me. I'm just saying that there's a true problem out there right now by saying that horses should never be used for meat for human consumption or for animal consumption means that they have no value when they get to a certain point. And a lot of people can't afford or don't afford them to be euthanized. And so what happens to those horses? They may not be on a trailer headed to slaughter, but they may be not being fed in a corral and starving to death, or they may be let loose and die of starvation or lack of water, or they may get hit by a vehicle, or if they're in good enough health to stay alive, they may reproduce and perpetuate the problem. There's a lot to think about, but I hope you don't think less of me that there's just a lot more to the problem than a lot of people realize. Let's see here. This person says it's not black and white, like you were saying. I think that's what I am saying, is it's not black and white. There's just a lot to consider, and I don't know the right answer, honestly. There's just a lot to consider, and I know there's a lot of feral horses that are growing. Those bands of horses are growing bigger and bigger, and it's creating all kinds of challenges and problems and overgrazing. And there was a place in Arizona a few years ago during a drought like what we're having right now, where I think there was 240 horses die as they tried to find water in this mud hole, and they just got stuck in the mud and died. And it's like, well, was it better that I don't know. There's a problem out there, I'll tell you. And I don't know the answer. All I know is what I can do. What I can control is I can take care of my horses, and I can try to help some horses that are down on their luck. And so that's the best I can do. All right. This person says, I live near the coast of Florida and see a lot of traffic going up and down the highway. Okay. I probably missed an earlier comment. Oh, they're probably saying because I'm by the freeway here. I've missed some comments. I'm not trying to avoid you, but it's just hard to see them. It's starting to get brighter out here. This person says, if we had domestic slaughter system that was legal and well regulated and humane in the U.S., then those horses wouldn't suffer being dragged down to Mexico. See, there's another great point. And someone says, humane. Well, a shot by a veterinarian or a shot that puts them out immediately, is one less humane than the other? I don't know. There's a whole argument to be had there. But again, I may lose subscribers because of all this, but yeah, I love what Vicki said. We hate to see any animal suffer, and so we do what we can to try to help. And I would guess we literally have helped 500 horses over the past 25 years go to good homes. It's just the last 5 years I think we've done YouTube, but for many years we've gotten horses from auctions or from individuals that couldn't feed them or take care of them, and we've tried to get them healthy and trained and then to a better situation. So sometimes when people get critical and they're like, tell me how I should or shouldn't do it, or I'm like, well, I may be not doing it perfectly, but I'm doing it. And so how many horses have you rescued, type thing, you know? So sometimes I get a little on my soapbox, like, well, if you're gonna tell me that my way of helping horses is wrong, how many horses are you helping, you know? But if you're helping a horse or a dog or a cat or whatever that's down on their luck to get healthy and then bless your heart. That's awesome. That's what we all ought to be trying to do. But the problem is just getting so big. I get discouraged because I've literally had probably 10 people reach out this week saying, Alan, I don't have enough feed and water for my horses. Are you buying horses? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm at the my limit right now. I just can't do any more. And so it gets discouraging, wishing I could help more, but I can't. All right. Sorry, got on my rant. Have a great day. So excited to go to San Juan Ranch Horse Sale. And that's one thing that people are like, well, wait, why do you breed more horses if there's already a problem? And you know, there's an argument to be had there, for sure. I've explained it many times, but I personally love to raise some nice registered quarter horses, and I also like to help horses that are down on their luck. And I can't fix everyone else's problems or the world's problems, but I can do what I can do to help and to live a good life and to enjoy what we enjoy. And so there you have it. Have a great day. Let's go watch Blake's video, guys. God bless. Have a good one.